Going back onto that match, Gus, the Chooks, if they weren't already, are they officially cooked now after what we saw against Penrith on the weekend?
Yeah, I said last week, the previous week they beat the Bulldogs by 1 point. I thought they were really poor. I said Panthers will give it to them in this game, and that was the least the score was going to be on the night. I thought Panthers handled them really comfortably all evening, and you know, they've got some issues, the Roosters.
What is it? There was the movement of Joey Manu yesterday.
Yeah, look, to me, physically, they just look slow. They just don't look like at their bristling best when they're usually good. They're charging onto the ball, they're showing plenty of speed, and they're very physical, and they're all working in sync. Nothing is working for them at the moment, and they look slow. They just all of a sudden look slow.
Penrith have really hit their straps, I think, the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. They've really come good. Their defence is so far in front of everyone else in the competition.
No Cleary, no worries.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't matter. They just keep rolling on. So, look, it's just hard. This competition, look, a month ago I thought Parramatta were gone. Now, they've come good. You win 3 or 4 games in a row, you're back. So, the Roosters have the team. They have the quality on the paper, but I do agree with Gus. They're not looking the same.
Wade, maybe they just need the return of Mitchell Pearce, your old mate. Is this happening? Is he dead set coming back next year?
Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's certainly been some chatter about it, but
Isn't he living the dream in France?
We spoke about obviously Luke Brooks just before about a change of scenery and getting out of the NRL bubble. He's dedicated such a long, period of his life to it, and I feel like Mitchell's in the same sort of boat in the back end of his career over here, and he went over to France. He seems to be enjoying his life, loving his life. Catalans are playing well. They're at the top of the table. Opportunity to have some success and chase some silverware. And I just feel like as a friend of Mitchell's, he seems to be happy, seems to be enjoying his life, and I would just say stay over
Stay there. I can't believe he's considering it. Like, he is a good guy. I play a lot with him. You get on really well with him, but he would be living the dream overseas. He'd be loving it. And to come back here and be a halfback, we just spoke about Luke Brooks, how much they're scrutinised, everything they do. Would you, as an advisor to him, would you tell him to come back?
I know that at the end of last season, heading into 2023, he had a couple of opportunities to come back to the NRL, and so I thought, I can't do that. I'm not ready. And it was for 1 year, like come back into the NRL and finish your career off, and it was kind of like that didn't appeal to him at all. Here we are 12 months later, and they're saying they're going to come back next year.
So would you be surprised if he was to come back?
I'd be stunned.
Yeah, I agree.
I would be stunned.
Just live your life.
I had a conversation with him last year when I was off contract because, publicly said I'm keen to go over at France at some stage in my career because of my partner's French background. And he was loving life. He was telling me how much he enjoyed the club, how much he enjoyed living over there, the experience, being out of the football bubble. You play footy on the weekend and then you go about your business during the week. You just train. You're just out of that pressure bubble that the NRL that you live in. And it was a shock to me when it actually came.
I'll be stunned. I'll be stunned. And I'm stunned that the Roosters think that's a solution to their issues. That stuns me even more. That they think Mitchell Pearce at this age is a solution to their issues.
Would they be wanting him to come back to mentor Sam Walker? Could that be something?
I've got no idea why they want him to come back. No idea. They got rid of him years ago and sent him to Newcastle. Sent him packing to Newcastle. I've got no idea. I just don't get what the Roosters see in that decision. To me, Sam Walker's their future. And it's been quite obvious since he's been out. They've lost all their ad-lib. They've lost all their spark. They've lost their spontaneity. It's gone back into, just playing point to point and very structured and very slow. It's very predictable. So Sam Walker is their future. And I would be stunned if Mitchell Pearce comes back. And it's certainly not the answer for the Roosters.